Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me and a little bit of chat about a no buy that I'm going to do for the next month. First things first, this is not going to be a lot of makeup. I mean, it probably will end up being a lot of makeup, but I really don't think so. I'm not feeling it. It's rainy today. It's been so hot, and today just feels miserable. It's like still kind of warm and muggy, but ugh. This is the Pixie Rose Essence Oil. I really like this stuff because it's something between a facial oil, well, and an essence. If you've never tried an essence before, first one I ever tried, it was like the first time I tried glycolic acid. Put it on my face and was like, oh my god. It was like post-facial kind of hydration. It almost felt like I'd never moisturised my face before because the moment it was on my skin, indescribable. That is literally what it is, indescribable. So I'm just gonna kind of go this way with my base today. I just want to keep it hydrated and nice. I'm going to roller a little bit. I'm going to roller because I feel really puffy with this heat, and especially when it gets particularly humid and like there's loads of water in the air. I just wake up feeling like my face is full of water. Right, so I'm going to do an no buy for July. I have been on a tear in terms of spending this past month. There's been so many sales. And I have taken advantage of all of them. I do have one video that will probably come up in the next week or so. I'm just waiting for some stuff to arrive, just showing you what I've bought in the sale. But other than that, I am not going to be making any shopping content in July because I think if there are those of you out there like me who are like, going to cut this back for the summertime, you know, if you want some money to spend on your summer holidays, then you're going to have to not spend for a little moment. So I'm not going to be creating any shopping content. So no like shop with me's or hauls or anything beyond that one that I mentioned. So if you've got any particular kind of videos that you like to watch that don't focus around those things, let me know. I did already ask on Instagram and I've made myself a little list. And I do already know some stuff that I want to do, but I don't want to be encouraging you to do something that I am actively avoiding. With that in mind, I'm also probably going to skip out on the Friday faves for a couple of weeks just to talk about some other stuff instead, because I think that also does lend itself to buy. I do have some like outdoor gardening kind of favourites I want to talk about this week, but then I'm probably going to go back to some old favourites, you know, use what you've got type of stuff. I realised none of that was like proper facial massage. I thought about it. As I put it down, I was like, oh, the people out there that really know what they're doing that will have been really upset watching me do that. Just rolling my face. I'm just like, just go down, go down. This PS Illuminating Primer infused with vitamin E. Really enjoying this. This is just a really nice sheen all over the skin. I'm not going to cover this up completely. But look, gorgeous, gorgeous glow. Gorgeous. From Primark, no less. So I thought I would share, while I'm getting ready, a few of my favourite no-buy / money-saving tips that I have talked about over the years. I'm not going to be doing updates this time around. I just don't feel like I want to share that right now. I think there's kind of a limit currently to how much I want to share. So I'm just telling you I'm going on a no-buy, and what I'm doing is, rather than tell you guys about it because you were kind of my accountability buddies, I've actually buddied up with a friend of mine who wants to do the same thing, and we are going to be keeping each other in check. I'm going to use the Makeup Academy blush and the Filter Finish, these two mixed together on my cheeks. This is from Collection. I have always talked about one particular tip when talking about money saving or no buys, because it's just the one that sticks with me as the most effective. Browse. Allow yourself to browse. Like, I love looking on ASOS or whatever it might be. The sales are the worst because the sales make you feel like it's now or never. But under normal circumstances, browse. Have a look. When you're in Tesco, allow yourself to go and have a look at the clothes or go and have a look at the whatever. Don't stop yourself from doing those things. Just don't actually make the purchase. That is key. Now, what I like to do is I will browse, and let's give you the example of Tesco. If I'm in Tesco and I'm like, oh, I really, really like that dress, or I'd quite like that candle, or that face mask, or, you know, there's some things are so minor that you might not think much about it. Like buying yourself a face mask might be £2 along with the weekly shop, but still something that you didn't need. So I don't buy those things. You know, if everything goes according to plan, I don't buy those things. And instead, I write down what the item was and how much it was, and I keep that list in my phone. And what I used to do when I was sharing this online was every week I would tell you about the stuff that I hadn't purchased. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to share that with my friend. So she's going to do the same thing, and we will kind of download with each other once a week. These are the things that I was going to buy. Did you slip up? Did you buy any of the things? No, great. Yes. Okay. You know, next week's a fresh start. The beauty of this is you're getting that same shopping feeling. If you're like a hobby shopper like me, then you're getting that same kind of fun, allowing yourself to shop kind of feeling. You're not actually buying the things, but the best part is that you've actually got a running total of how much money you've saved by not buying those things that you might have impulse purchased. Because sometimes, well, you never know. You never realise how much money it adds up to be when it's like a little bit of something here, you know, face mask here, other thing that you don't need there. It really, really can add up. And when you see at the end of the week, you know, oh, that's £40 that I didn't spend on literally things you wouldn't have even thought of, let alone if you start tagging on the stuff that's like the actual dress or the whatever. I'm talking like little things. It is actually incredible how much money you can save. So that is one thing in the past that's really, really helped me. Not only, I suppose it's kind of like calorie counting, but for your finances. You're really writing down every single penny that you might have spent on something that you didn't need. You can go one further than that, and I've done this in the past as well, especially if you're online. If you, let's say, have filled your ASOS basket with things, and you're like, oh, well, you know, it's a sale and it's this, and or if I spend another £20, it's free shipping. That's a killer for me. Just pause. Do you really want these things? Are these things you really, really want? If you can stop yourself from actually checking out, just put that money that you would have spent on that ASOS basket in another account. When you're in Tesco, you didn't spend £2 on that face mask, put that in another account. At the end of the month, not only have you got that list of this is the money that I saved, but you've actually got that money that you saved. Oh, I thought that this was the pale shade, and it's not. It's not. This is the It Cosmetics CC cream. I'm going to just put a little bit of this on. But I did think this was the pale shade because I intended to use it as a bit of a under eye brightener situation. Instead, I'll just use it as a bit of a skin evener. I get comments every time I put my foundation on with my fingers, and it makes me laugh so much. Not so much now, but it used to all the time, because, you know, about 10 years ago, it was unheard of that you would use your fingers. Everyone was using some newfangled brush, or, you know, beauty blenders were a thing again, and it was just, you know, people were not using their hands. This is a very old school way of doing it, and a lot of makeup artists still use their fingers because the warmth of your skin helps the product actually melt in a little bit better, and the whole thing just looks more natural and beautiful. This dress is too big for me. I bought it on Vinted, and I assumed it was the right size, but it was not. I think it's going to probably go back on Vinted, which is a shame because I really like the dress. I haven't tried these before. They were just sent to me, the Fenty Beauty long wear pencil eyeliner. I'm going to use this one that's like a brownish, I think. Oh, it's an unusual cap. A very unusual cap. I think I'm missing something. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to attempt to not get this everywhere. It looks quite a red brown though. So yeah, once you've got that like little pot of money, if you decide to do it that way, at the end of the month, you've got that little savings pot. But also, if you look back over that list and there's something that you still really, really want and it's still available, you can treat yourself, and it's a lot less guilt involved because you haven't bought all those other things. But I can tell you from experience, 9 times out of 10, if you allow a little bit of distance between you and that impulse purchase, you don't even want it anymore. I used to be, I mean, I still am, but I'm a little more self-aware now. I used to be particularly bad with like, oh, but I must have that right now. And it never gave me that like hit that I thought it was going to, but I'm like a full-blown jobaholic. It never made me feel You know, when you have that thing of, oh, I need this thing, I need this item. Once you've got the item, it's not as exciting. The wanting of the item is often better than the item itself. I can hands down tell you that that is almost always the case with designer things. Push until click. Oh, yeah, it is a bit of a special one. I think it's to stop it from drying out. This is too red. I think I'm going to have to put a bit of the black one on as well, because it's going to make me look sore. So yeah, they are things I was talking to my friend about, because she's very similar to me in our shopping habits. Definitely stress shoppers. If you're having a bad day, the first thing you want to do is spend some money. It's not a good idea. It's not going to make your day actually better. Whereas if you put aside some money and you decide, you know, on this day, I'm going to go out, I'm going to go shopping, I'm going to treat myself. Different vibe. Very different vibe than like panic or stress shopping when you're feeling low. You know, I'm not sure about that. It's very creamy. It says long wearing, but I'll be interested to see if it is. Have you heard? Discontinued. I use this every single time I put on mascara. Lash Sensational Eye Primer has been discontinued. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Anyone who uses a lash primer, please, I'm looking for recommendations for an alternative, because this is really upsetting. Another way I used to save money years and years ago, back when I actually needed, wow, this mascara is very nearly done. It's pretty much done already. Oh, you see, I'm gonna miss this combination. Oh, how am I gonna live without this? When I used to need cash for things, so I used to actually use cash for, like, to pay my childminder, that kind of thing. Every time I used to go to the cash machine to get out that money, I would get out a little bit extra, 10, 20, whatever it is I thought I could swing at the time, and I would stash it somewhere in the house. Not necessarily the safest thing to do, but that's what I did. And I managed to save quite a chunk of cash in a very short space of time, because it was an out of sight, out of mind situation, but also like £20 here and there. And I understand that for some people, £20 is like, you don't even have the £20 spare to do that with. But I'm talking to the people who are spending £20 in Tesco, at McDonald's, you know, at Costa, whatever, without really thinking about it, that you could really do with saving that money. And you're like, where did my money go? You would be surprised if every now and then £20 just disappeared from your bank account. Someone was just like, it just magicked away into another account. Wouldn't that be the best way of saving money ever? I've also turned on all of those, save the change things on the bank accounts. So like every time you buy something, I bought something the other day that was like £2 and it rounded it up to £10. But you know, put a little tiny amount of money into savings here and there, and then £8. That's not rounding up. We also do it with our bills. So we've got a separate account for our bills. We have our own bank accounts, and then we have a bills account that we both pay into. So we have like equal money go in, but we both put like a little bit extra in than we need. And so at the end of the year, like when we go away on holiday, we can take that extra money out and we can use it for spending money on holiday. It's just sneaky saving. Sneaky saving. These are saving tips for people like me who don't like to save. My husband loves to save money. He lives to see the amount of money in his savings increase every month. That is not me. I do not live for that. I wish I did. I live to spend the money. And so we need little sneaky ways of doing these things, and these are things that have worked for me in the past. Definitely becoming a little more mindful of where all my money is going. So like making a list of everything that I wanted to buy but didn't, and then hopefully really didn't. Sneaking away little bits of money, squirreling things away in different accounts just so it's not in my main account and I'm not looking at it. Taking the cash out if need be, because that's fully not even available to you because it's not in your bank account, it's at home somewhere. And also do it with a friend. Do it with a friend. Do it with a friend. Get someone else on board. You can both save some money together and you can both lament over the thing that you didn't buy. But I am going to be doing that for July. If you would like some specific content, I might do some, but probably it's going to be more kind of use what you have, shop my stash, that kind of thing. Just like anti-hauls. Let me know what kind of videos you would like to see next month. Thank you so much for watching for another month. I will be vlogging also in July. I'm thinking of maybe doing daily vlogs. I'm considering it. Every time I do it like every other month. And every time I stop, I'm like, oh my God, that was too much work. And then like a week later, I miss it. So I might do daily vlogs. We'll see. Not that anybody needs to see what I'm doing every day, but it's a fun little hobby thing for me to do. So go and check me out over there if you are at all interested, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.